just about kind of his first game, and he was talking about the welcome to the NFL moment and feeling and stuff like that. Just sort of how have you seen him progress, and how are you able to kind of coach him from the sideline since you didn't play on Saturday?
I think he's doing a great job. I think, everybody's going to have those moments, no matter who you are, no matter when your first game is, where you're playing, who it's against. Everybody has those moments, and for him to be able to respond from that and come back and make some plays and keep his head. He was calm, cool, collected the whole time on the sideline. I was proud of him on the way he responded and how he came out yesterday ready to work, and he's just going to come out and keep trying to get better every day.
Ryan, with the starters along the offensive line pretty much settled, how's the line all coming together for you guys?
That's a good question. I mean, we've really only practiced against ourselves, had a couple days against Denver. Just like anybody else, we got a long ways to go. Just like myself, just like any other position group, we're not where we want to be. Thankfully, we still got a lot of practices left until it's time to go. But I'd say we're always a work in progress.
You are your greatest critic. I know you're hard on yourself. How did you evaluate yourself from Saturday?
Say that again?
I said you're always your greatest critic. You're hard on yourself. How do you evaluate how you did on Saturday?
I didn't play on Saturday, but I think there's room for improvement everywhere. That's the nature of offensive line. Is we always want to try to get better. There's always things you can clean up and always things you can do a little sharper. So.
How were you doing so far during camp? How would you evaluate yourself?
I'm not sure. That's a question for Phil or Clint or Coach Zim. But I'm just trying to get better every day, and I got to have a better practice today than I did yesterday.
Brian, have you seen Christian kind of just respond and having to go through this injury and now having another operation and just all that stuff? How have you seen him just kind of respond and progress through this?
I think he's responded like a professional. He's been the same guy every day that he's come in here. He does everything that we ask of him as a group and everything that Phil asks of him as a coach. So, that's the situation he's in, and he's handling it the best he can. And I know he's a professional and takes care of his business.
How have you and Rashad just try to kind of bring him along, even though I know obviously he can't be out here, but just in the meeting rooms and stuff like that?
I mean, we still spend a ton of time with him. The amount of times we're in walkthroughs, individual in practice, meetings, in the locker room. My locker's right next to him, so we spend a ton of time together. And so I'm always in his ear. So is Rashad. He's asking the right questions. He's involved. He's doing just fine.
Ryan, obviously the interior guys see Michael and Dalvin a little bit more, but what has their presence meant in practice just for you guys to be able to work against guys that are that big and hard to move?
It's been awesome, seeing a guy like Dalvin out there every day. He never takes a rep off. He's been out there every day. He's a really physical player, and it's a tough task trying to block him. And I have a lot of respect for him and how he goes about his business. And the same thing with Mike. I haven't blocked Mike as much, but they're both out there. They both bring a positive attitude. They're always in the right place, and they're professionals. And it's fun to see that, and it's fun to be challenged like that every day.
With Oli Udoh, what's the thing that he's going to see when the real games happen that you won't see in preseason or in practice?
I'm not sure. I guess it counts. It counts in practice too, but there's a little bit less margin for error in a game. Everything gets tuned up a little bit. When the lights come on, everything gets turned on. Guys bring a little bit more juice, a little bit extra edge, and hopefully he'll be able to keep that same calm, steady demeanor that he's able to in practice.
We've heard how Phil communicates when he's out on the field here, but when you get into like a classroom setting or a film watching setting, what kind of demeanor does he take on?
Same thing. Phil's one speed, and we like it. We love it. I couldn't be happier with the job Phil's doing and how hard he's coaching all of us, coaching myself, and I'm really happy to have him.
Von Miller was highly complimentary of your play and after going against you in practices. So it's just curious to what your big takeaways were, what it was like to face him that many times.
That's a Super Bowl MVP. He's probably going to be wearing a gold jacket, so it was pretty cool to get 2 days of work against him in that environment and being able to get that many reps and in that many different situations. It was just good work, and that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish this week too, is get good work week of practice and just keep trying to build brick by brick and get better every day.
Brian, it seems like just yesterday you were the rookie trying to find a spot on the offensive line, and now you're a consistent piece from the last few seasons. How has your role in that O-line room changed maybe at all this year?
I mean, people might ask me a couple more questions here and there, but I really don't think it has. I try to be the same guy every day this year as I have been the last couple of years, and just try to be myself, and hopefully that energy and attention to detail attracts guys and they want to, come along.
Many people think you can be one of the top guys at your position in the NFL this year. When you get praise like that from outside forces, that encourages you more. But how do you stop yourself from maybe pushing yourself too hard, or what do you like about that kind of comment?
It just means that you got another chance to go prove it today, prove it tomorrow, because what they talk about, what you did before, doesn't really matter. Football is a what can you do for me now business, and I got to have a good practice today in order to, keep progressing and making strides.